3.
Hey,
what's up, Pop Stars? This is PopJibberish. I'm Joe.
I'm Shay.
Today we're watching episode 3 of season 2 of The Bear. In the previous episodes, they are starting the new restaurant. They were in the process of doing all the construction. Richie had some moments, some emotional moments, and it looks like Marcus and Sydney are back to normal. Everybody apologized. That whole thing is working. So they're basically doing their construction thing and trying to get it all worked out. Two things, just going through comments and things like that. So there was a lot of debate about Sydney's behavior and Richie's behavior and all the other stuff. Not to get into all of it because that would be way too long. But yeah, it's apparently a big thing. It's like got the room kind of split, not in half. I think it's probably more so everybody's kind of defending Sydney and so we feel differently, but let us know down in the comments. We're loving the conversations and everything. But yeah, also there was a yep.
No,
go ahead.
Can't leave
go
it
ahead.
at,
All right, go ahead. Do it.
You got to elaborate on why we.
Okay. No.
You defend her, right? You are defending her. You got to learn how to separate the we and the I's, because
wait, defending
on one
who?
end, Sydney.
I'm not defending Sydney. I'm saying that the comments were defending Sydney.
And then you said we feel
different
about
Sydney, about what happened. We feel that she still hasn't apologized. She was across the line in regards to how she was berating Richie, even though she did kind of set him in place. Like she put him in his place before when she was in front of the store. Because also
that's
they told
what
us
I
that,
was saying.
Yeah,
what I was saying was that I was okay with her putting him in check at the front of the store, right? Just given the past history of their relationship and how he was kind of an a-hole. We all know that, right? We know that. So her standing up for herself in that moment at the beginning, like at the front of the store, I'm cool with that, right? That piece of cake. But as the day went on, she didn't let up. And it even got to the point where she stabbed him, which no one is really mentioning. No one mentioned that she stabbed him in the
in the
derriere, right, with the knife. Like, and that was not even a oops moment.
Not a single comment.
That was intentional. And I'm like, wait, we watching the same show, right? We all watching the same show, but I don't like. What are we missing here? Like, I mean, she was turned up.
She was, yeah.
Sydney she was just off the chain, and she was unapologetic about it. I mean, at least when everybody else, kind of was like on one. They knew when to fall back, but she just kept egging it on. Okay? Everybody has their part to play. But since we are talking about Sydney and what she, where she was at in that moment, we're glad she set up for herself against Richie for once. You know what I'm saying? Didn't let him just, come at her. But, man, like, old girl stabbed dude in the
behind, yeah.
And no one has said anything about that. Like, I don't understand. Are you guys okay with that? Like, let me know.
I don't know if we missed a line where she may have mentioned it or somebody mentioned it. I don't know, because when we're reacting to stuff, we're trying to watch it and react at the same time. So it's possible. Let us know down in the comments if we missed some conversation or some line where she apologized, or where that was even brought up to where it was like, and Richie got stabbed, but it's all good now, or something like that.
I mean, she was still holding a grudge at Carmy. That's another thing that I want to talk about. Carmy came into a situation he was under the amount of stress that most of us can't even handle. Losing his brother, okay, then taking over a restaurant that is in debt over his life. It was just up there, and there was no wind of hope before they found the small cans of tomatoes, for the sauce for the spaghetti. I mean, up until that point, when he did express his emotions, that was warranted, because Marcus was making his on company's time with the product that they couldn't even afford. They was already struggling, and he's pursuing his other passions. I know it's to go toward the restaurant eventually, but in that moment, in the timing was not right. When it was time to get orders taken care of, the cake cut, he wasn't even ready. He was doing his own thing, and let's not forget that he blew the fuse in the restaurant when he was before, when he was using the blender. So I mean, come on, help me understand, what are we missing here? And then in that high pressure moment, he takes Carmy a dessert to try. That was not the time to do that. The timing is off with a lot of stuff, and so Carmy's blow up was warranted in that moment. Okay, I'm just saying. He's agree human. With that. He's still human. He's still going through the emotions of his brother. He's trying to bring this restaurant up to speed. He owes everybody money. He can't even pay himself. He can barely pay the workers. He can barely keep, the restaurant afloat with what's needed when it's needed. Then these orders come in at it just at a rapid pace that he wasn't even prepared for.
Now, somebody was trying to make the point. A couple people actually, they were trying to make the point that he shouldn't have done it on that day. They should have tested it out beforehand, like in a previous, the week beforehand or something like that. And I don't think that was the issue. The issue wasn't that we don't know how to do this and we should test it out. The issue was the fact that this thing that was supposed to help, somebody made a mistake, which the person I think actually acknowledged that Sydney did make a mistake, but then kept firing shots at Carmy for not being the person, because he is the one in charge, that he didn't check it or something like that. Which, I mean, it's kind of weird that it's like the person who made the mistake isn't the blame, the person who didn't catch the mistake is the blame, which is kind of weird to kind of arrange or to position it that way, because it's like saying, the person who ran the red light isn't the blame, it's the person who didn't catch the person who ran the red light. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? No, the person who ran the red light is the person that made the problem. They caused the accident. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Everything just seems
and the comments are all over the place,
backwards,
because there was some that was saying the same thing we were saying, and then there was a whole lot that were on Sydney's side. They were attacking Carmy. They were attacking the fact that Richie had a history of being antagonistic, and that's the reason why she was justified. And honestly, with this show, all these emotions are really high at all times. It's a lot of stress, and is apparently rubbing off on our comments in the comment section, because people were like,
which is fine.
I'm seeing all caps and people yelling at each other.
Which is fine. That's so, the engagement is cool, but
definitely.
We also noticed as we were reading, it's no one mentioned that she stabbed him in the butt.
Not even once.
At what point in time was that even okay?
Right.
You know what I mean? Her blow-ups in the moment, okay, that's fine. But then when you assault someone, I mean, come on, y'all. Come on.
If
the shoe was on your foot,
exactly.
you already know you're not gonna even let that fly.
Exactly.
And the fact that he didn't even do anything about it when she
he didn't even
respond. Do anything about it.
He didn't attack her about it. He didn't call her out on it or any of that, because she threatened him beforehand, and then it actually happened. Even though those things kind of happened, if you were to take that into a court of law, if somebody heard you threaten somebody with a knife, saw the person wave the knife at you, and then later that person was stabbed by that person, all of that evidence that stacks up to this was premeditated.
Right.
And then after the fact, there was no apology. There was nothing that even said that I'm sorry. There was no remorse there.
And who walks with a pointy object? We all were taught when we were children, you turn your pointy objects down. You don't walk with your stuff sticking out, even though we know half of. Anyway, a lot of people do what they want to do when they want to do it, how they want to do it, but still, when there are other people around, turn the knife, the fork, pencil, the pen, whatever that
Scissors,
could be,
yeah.
anything can become a weapon.
Exactly.
So that can injure someone. So I mean, come on, let's be real. She did that on purpose.
Yeah, she's still a character that we like a lot. We still love the character. And the fact that we're 2 episodes in, or well, now 3 episodes in, and they haven't addressed it. Apparently, it's a non-issue. So either they're going to address it later. Maybe Sydney and Richie have a one-on-one or something like that, and they kind of like have a heart-to-heart, kind of like what Carmy did when with Sydney when they were outside and they were having like the little heart-to-heart outside the restaurant. Like I think it was like season 2 or episode 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 or something like that. They were just kind of like talking, and he was apologizing and all this other stuff because he blew up at her. I mean, Carmy does have a temper problem, but they all have their emotional issues, and that's what really the show is about, is them dealing with their emotional issues, and we love it. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna move on.
Who doesn't have a temper problem on this show?
Actually,
you pointed out Carmy like he's the only one that got
no. That's why I said all of them have their emotional issues, whether it be a temper problem, whether it be an issue with how they're dealing with things, or maybe there's stuff going on at home that's affecting them at work that's basically making them be, antagonistic or making them be impatient. Like all of them have their flaws, but their flaws are turned up to 11 because it's a TV show. I
personally don't think that they're gonna revisit that, because when she showed up at the end of the last season episode and she stood there, Richie looked at her and was like, kind of like, get in here.
Come on in. Like,
welcome back. That was him saying bygones.
Yeah.
Let's let bygones be bygones.
Yeah,
so I think that Rich is just ready to move forward. I think he's turning over a new leaf.
He may even think that he feels like he deserved it or something. Like maybe he was, because he was kind of like feeling kind of down in the dumps up until that point.
And she brought up his daughter.
Yeah,
that was another thing that, like, she was just off the chain, y'all.
Yeah. And that was told to him like in confidence, because they were like in the car alone when they had that conversation.
She threw that in his face, like just that whole day of her coming at him after she set him straight at the beginning of the restaurant. After that part, she should have just chilled. But she throwing his child up in his face. Then she stabbed him in the butt with a knife on purpose. Prove me wrong. No, but I'll just say,
go back and watch that episode and you'll see her face. She didn't look like she was like.
She's like.
She started
like,
backing up. She started backing up towards the there was the shells behind her. I remember there was shells behind her, and she didn't, on her face, it wasn't like, oh no, I accidentally did that. It was like
she was just
I was like, what the heck?
She was
did she
like,
do that on purpose?
She was just like, oh well.
Right.
And she was just like, and then when she left, her and Marcus, when they like walked off the job, like she was still coming for Carmy. Like she was really angry.
Yeah.
She was not letting up off of that emotion. But anyway, besides the point of that, we trying to understand where y'all coming from with these comments about Sydney, and like no one mentioned her stabbing him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
yeah, but it is what it is. This is one of those shows where like there was many situations where we thought it was going to come back and it didn't come back because it was a non-issue, like the Xenyx and the drugging the kids and all that. Like nobody, they never like readdressed that at all. So I mean, it's one of those type of shows where things are going to happen and you just move on from it, move to the next thing. And we're going to go ahead and move on to this episode. If you like what we're doing here, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get notifications every single time we drop a video. To our patrons, going to get this early as well as the watch along. Also to our patrons, want to say thank you. But yeah, let's jump into this episode. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What provides amusement or enjoyment? That's what it means. I am No, I'm kidding. It's okay.
He looks more chill.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Hair even looks in place.
That was the biggest notification of that. I was like, oh, his hair looks like it's actually combed.
Mm-hmm.
Or enjoyment for myself, it would be easier to provide for others. I don't know.
Man, he looks so much like a young Gene Wilder.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys. Thanks for letting me share.
I don't want them to ever like remake Willy Wonka again, but if they ever did, he would be perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh, they love this service. They love this restaurant that people could always count.
For the many employees that have worked at the restaurant for decades, the news came as a devastating.
Did this season come out around COVID?
I was just thinking that.
Those pistachios?
I'm not sure.
But I just was thinking it might be good to send him somewhere wild.
Wild, like...
Like Copenhagen?
Yeah, I got spots there.
I mean, I figured you would.
Like the actual Copenhagen? That would be crazy.
That's why we're doing this, all right? I want to make a suggestion. I think our palates are fucked.
Where's the suggestion?
Some stuff, like recent.
You're sending me home?
No, I'm not sending you home. I'm sending us out for...
Inspiration. Go to some fancy spots. Fancy gourmet spots, maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Almost.
See you in an hour.
Oh, Tina.
Okay. Oh, he didn't come back. Oh,
So what's going on with Ibra?
come on, face your fears.
Oh man. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, me too.
They went too fast. I was trying to read them.
Yeah.
I read too slow.
Bleach and water. Some soap.
So we had a little party.
Frank, huh?
And Mom got a raise too, which is why Uncle Frank got the good cake from Weber's.
She's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mom got a promotion. She's a hard worker, and that's important, right?
That face he's making looks like Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love taking care of you, and I always will. You know that?
I know, Daddy.
It's good seeing the side of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing Ben Grimm in the new Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Marvel Cinematic Universe. So obviously we're only going to see him as a human for a little bit before he turns into a big rock monster looking, character.
Right.
And Eva, I love Taylor Swift too. I just needed a break.
He was like, "Turn this off, please." That's funny. That's why you gotta find music that you and your child likes at the same time. That way you can just play it on repeat and be okay with it.
Give me a fake number?
Oh.
My feelings be hurt? I think they're hurt.
Oh, snap.
No, sorry, no. That must have been a mistake.
You know I know your entire family and all the facts. All the fucking facts, and they're gonna come beat you up.
That's funny.
There are a lot of facts, yeah.
Really appreciate that. Well, I was originally calling before I found out I got fake numbered and had to ask Neil for your real number to ask if you were busy today, so now I have 2 questions.
Shoot, yeah.
He's busy.
Hey, that I have your number, or did you really not want me to have your number?
No. It's I want you to have my number.
Okay, say that one more time.
You should have my number.
Okay, cool. Are you busy today?
Yeah.
He
Yes.
is. Yeah. Answer honestly. Just say yeah.
Okay, can you just not make this weird? Like, I just need a favor. My cousin bailed on me.
What, Big Denny?
No, Mac. Denny's dead.
Oh wow.
No, we do. We still have that van. I am in.
Really?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be meeting with Sydney in an hour.
Yep.
See the address.
No, I know where it is.
Are you sure? Because I'm worried about your number issue.
Know where it is.
You know what? I'll give my address to Fac. And then he can give it to you. Does that sound good?
No, I don't need Fac.
You know, he told me that you guys are really close and that he's your best friend.
Fac said that? No. Fac's not my best friend.
He's honest.
About that part.
No, he is. He's probably my best friend.
To sit with. For you. I will see you soon then.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
That was cute.
Mm-hmm.
And he's stressing the F out right now.
He probably should have told her.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this isn't gonna sit well for her.
How come he just didn't tell her, hey, can we do it at a different time?
With longanisa, and also can I get a hash brown? I'll also have the
Mango tart. That sounds good.
And
All of it looks good, but I know with me it's like textures and stuff, so I'm trying to figure out if that would work for me. Like, I would try it, but if the texture is like too mushy, or I don't know. There's only certain types of desserts I really kind of like. I like more cakey type of stuff. You're like, oh, whatever.
Mickey. Sure. Go Devils.
Oh, Carmy.
All he had to do was tell her what's going on. Like, I don't see why that's something that he has to keep a secret.
Right.
Hey, looks like my breakfast sandwich. Literally had that this morning. It's a lot of egg, though. It's a brick of egg.
Mm-hmm. I hope old girl don't become a distraction.
It looks like that's what they're building it up to be. It's very possible. But I think he does need a healthy relationship in his life, though, too. Not that he needs a significant
not something
other,
that'll put him away from something that.
True. Yeah.
He made this commitment to her first.
Yeah, that's true.
He should have told her, after I get done with the first commitment, then I can come and help you move the boxes.
Yeah.
It's not like it was going to be an all-day thing with her.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. Yeah. I mean, it seems like communication is the biggest thing in this show. Like, if people were communicating effectively, then we probably wouldn't have a show.
Right.
Carmy sous chef, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, it looks cold there.
You too.
Okay.
I think these are real
connections.
I'm glad I came because I get to eat this.
I'm pretty sure these are like real restaurants, real chefs, and real like people that work there.
She eating good today.
Let us know down in the comments if that's the case. Oh, that pizza looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, always.
So, how's it going?
It's not bad. It's just, a lot.
Is there a timeline to opening?
We want to open in May.
I know he's famous. I've seen him somewhere.
Career spot.
Probably on like a reality show about cooking or something. Like maybe it was a judge. He looks really familiar.
Are you looking for staff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Short rib hummus instead of the lamb neck.
There's
a lot of caviar being used in this show.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that your hospitality and service.
Sure, that makes the meal $500 with those fish eggs.
Sometimes, yeah.
But you had a restaurant before, right?
Yeah, my wife and I had a restaurant over in Bucktown.
Why do you think it closed?
We had a terrible business partner who took all of our money and flew off to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Common story in this business, but you know, these things happen all the time.
Wow. Okay, Sydney.
I'm positive this couldn't have all been in one day. I'm looking at the clothes to see if it's the same clothes because there's no way she ate that many times.
Not like that. We're just we're working together. Yeah.
Got it. Been there.
And
Oh, that sounded negative.
I just, you know, listen to your gut.
yeah, I heard.
Right?
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I don't know about this sowing doubt into her character situation.
Yeah.
And then the stuff happening with Carmy and the girl, it's going to just solidify that thought process that she has.
Really, Carmen? Really?
Oh, somebody in the comments said the nickname that they call each other, their nicknames are all bear nicknames.
Okay.
Because of the last name is Bearzado.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
It seemed obvious, but I just brought it up because I just thought about it.
Awesome.
What's up? Come on. Okay, push, pick up. Yeah, well, hold on.
What are they doing?
What up, chef?
Sorry.
He's always doing the opposite of what needs to be done.
Okay, just let me know if anybody comes by.
Yeah, chef.
Oh, also, Marcus, there's something I want to run by you later.
Looking forward.
Okay, fine.
Forward? Yeah, I don't know. I've never said that before in my life.
It seemed natural, but
it did.
Now you pointed it out. I'm like, that is a weird way to say it.
Right.
Do you guys work here?
Uh-oh.
Beef on Orleans? I heard these people are, they're revamping it. It's gonna be like a cool, fine dining spot. They're looking for like front and back of house.
You're seriously not poaching in front of me right now.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Sorry. Yep.
Down the alley.
Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
That
You
I
could
was
even
gonna say
tell
that
by their
probably wouldn't-
energy that
yeah, they weren't having it. I don't even think you would have wanted them there, even if they got there or came there.
If this is one day, this is a long day, and it looked like it according to her red sweater.
Oh, she's still wearing the same outfit? Oh, this is all in the same day? She ate a lot of food.
Yep, she did.
Maybe she's only eating a little bit of everything. Yeah, this is the same day. It's crazy that Chicago is as much of a character in this show as the character is. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
The character, or the Chicago is a character, and the food is a character.
Yep.
These are real photos. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Cool.
Is that supposed to be aesthetically pleasing? I'm not sure.
Right.
I mean, the colors are, but the placement doesn't look very good.
Right. Yeah, I didn't. Right.
Turn your
Sydney.
head.
There you go, Sydney. Indulge. You've had a long day, girl. Looks yummy. That's the best part of the show. You get to eat real food. Oh, she's thinking about her mom. She ate a lot that day. That's a lot of food.
Yeah. And she wakes up super early in the morning and gets back super late. So I'm like, when did she like work out to get all them calories worked off?
She walks.
Oh yeah, I guess
she's on foot majority of the time.
I can see that.
She's rarely sitting down.
I love shaker.
Richie, you're just spreading shit everywhere, right?
What? Yeah. What is this? What happened?
Well, you got wood rot, you got termites, you got roaches, you
Ooh.
got dead raccoons.
Oh wow.
So we just knocked everything down?
Yeah. What? Sorry, you would have preferred that we
Look for another place, maybe.
they call you to tell you the walls are rotting and they need to be knocked down?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sorry. So just
Maybe they need to talk about what this partnership,
what I've done.
what it looks like.
The walls need to be knocked down. There's nothing we can do about it.
You let me know.
Okay. I'll let you know.
They need to discuss what this partnership involves. If she's just on the side of cooking or if she's like involved in the business decisions, even right down to the building.
That's what she was getting to, was the fact that she's a business partner, so it's like she should know about the big decisions like that. I think she may have overreacted just a little bit.
I think she was looking for places to I thought she was looking for places. They showed us that she was on Google. She was looking at restaurants.
Yeah.
And I'm just not sure if she was like
trying to find a different venue.
Right.
Yeah.
For the restaurant location. Or what she's doing now, using the kitchen.
Yeah.
Because it looked like she brought things to their restaurant to try out. And maybe that's why she wanted. Why was there a spoon in the back of her pants?
I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, I think that business partner can be one thing for her, but different for him. That's why I said they need to discuss it, because maybe she's a business partner in the sense of the kitchen only and not the overall restaurant down to
to every minute detail.
Yeah.
I think that decision was needed to be made. I mean, like, if they had all that stuff going on, they needed to destroy it. I don't think she needed to be consulted on that, but I get what she's saying too. It's like, hey, this is a big thing. You should just say, hey, we need to knock down the wall because there's all this stuff in it. But I don't see how that would have changed the decision.
Right.
Oh, I just realized this show was over. Okay. So yeah, I don't think that would have changed the decision to knock down the wall. That's why I was like, I don't see what the point was. And I think that's what Carmy was getting at too. It's like, what was the point in consulting you about this decision if we got all this nasty stuff in here? It needs to come down. It's not like oh, here's a better option. But
I can speak to that probably, but go ahead and finish what
I was
your
gonna say
was.
But maybe what she was more leaning towards is the fact that she would have liked to have known that all that stuff was going on and just been included in that conversation, because clearly all the guys that were sitting there were all included in that conversation. So maybe that's what it's more about, I guess.
Okay, possibly. That's one side of it. Another side of it is that he bailed on her that day. She was out doing all the footwork,
right?
And creative, just everything that came with the change where they were supposed to be a partnership on that day. And then so maybe she's just kind of, taking it from that angle, like, you've left me hanging. She feels like he's leaving her hanging. And then that lady that she was just talking to was like, you might want to follow your gut, like partnership. I've done that before. And she probably should have told her how to go about seeking the right way of understanding what the partnership is, asking some questions from the person who she partnered with in the partnership, So just kind of laying out the details of, okay, what does partnership look like to you?
Yeah.
Because that just saying that doesn't mean that both parties are on the same page of what a partnership is. So that apparently needs to be discussed from what we've just seen.
Definitely.
And
no, I totally agree with that. That kind of goes back to what I was saying before about if we had effective communication, we wouldn't have a show, obviously, because we need the drama in order for it to be exciting and all this other stuff. But yeah, that makes perfect sense. If they were on the same page in regards to what it means to be a partner in this endeavor, then they would have clear, lines of what the other person should be involved in. They would have clear lines of what the other person is responsible for, that kind of thing. And basically we wouldn't have a situation like today where she feels, like you said, left out to dry, like she's doing all the legwork, doing all this work, and then she comes back and see that they just tore down half the restaurant.
I think as we saw, she was looking for a kitchen to try out the ideas. So I can't say she overreacted. I don't think she did. I think it was just kind of like, you haven't been communicating. Could you have communicated that? Then she didn't have to make that trip there. Because she is on foot. She's traveling by, public transportation. So she could have saved herself a trip going to the restaurant.
Yeah, I can see that.
But he didn't know that she was coming.
Yeah. Which would have been if she had said, "Hey, I'm on my way," or something like that.
Yeah.
It would have, but it would have still been a situation where she would have been like, "Wait, you doing what?" And then she probably would have showed up anyway just to see what was going on.
That's true. But if she was trying to really put I was gonna say she could have just went home and tried that stuff. But I think she wanted to work on it with him.
Yeah.
I think that was why she went on ahead and went there.
Yeah.
But how did she know that? She had to have known that they were there if she showed up.
I mean, I don't know. I
don't know. Maybe
when it comes to the timeline of how everything happened, she definitely had to have known somebody was there, because, like you said, she knocked on the window.
Yeah, she didn't use a key.
Right.
She didn't go in through the back.
It wasn't like she was going directly to the kitchen. Although I think there's a lot of stuff going on that is going on said when it comes to Sydney. I think she's starting to fall back into her old patterns again with that whole jumping the gun, because her looking at different locations and stuff like that, I don't know if she's pre-planning, okay, if the Beef's building is no longer viable for us to make a restaurant, we should have a backup plan. Maybe that's what she's thinking. But it almost seems like her character flaw is the fact that she's impatient, and the fact that she kind of does things haphazardly without consulting anybody, to be honest. So she's kind of got the same kind of problem as Carmy does in that regard. So it seems like she's almost like, let me try to find a better place than the Beef, because once this fails, because I already know this is going to, because she's also pessimistic. Once this fails, because I know this is going to fail, we're going to need a new building. So she might have been looking around for that too. So, I mean, that's what it looks like. You can let us know down in the comments if you agree, but yeah, the show is really playing the character flaws off of each other to make as much drama as possible.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely a good show. Great writing. Yeah. And everything looks like it's easy to form a faction. You're on the Sydney side or on the Carmy side of the situation. It's so easy because it presents both sides so equally, to the point where you're like, man, well, she was kind of tripping because, it is his brother's place and blah blah blah, so he should have final say. And the other people are like, but hold on, she she has an equal partnership and blah blah blah. So it's almost hard.
I haven't heard them say equal partnership, so maybe that's what I'm not getting clarity on.
Yeah,
that's why I said
it wasn't explicitly stated. You're right.
That's why I said they need to talk about what this partnership entails. How is she partner? What does he need her on,
right,
as far as her partnering with him? Because when things are not clear, sometimes one of the people can start taking on more work than what the other person is that brought them in.
True.
And they become more passionate. I've been in that situation, so that's why.
Yeah.
But you'll have more passion about driving that person's business and brand and everything to success, while they just kind of
You know, oh, you got it.
You know, yeah. So, and then not communicating, well, you know, what do we need? You know, like what do you like? What direction do you want to go in? Do you want to keep this building, or do we now need to, like, you know, instead of just knocking down the wall and then it gets worse and worse as you're knocking down the wall, do we just need to go in a different direction and maybe start looking for a new location? Since, you know,
at what point is a fixer-upper a lost cause, essentially? You know, at what point do we cut our losses? Because if it costs more to fix this place than it does to just get a new location, then it's probably best to get a new location. But the problem with that is there's history of that location, and that history is what they're trying to preserve.
That is true, because I was thinking about everything that led up to the toilet, the pipes, the wiring, you know,
the fact that the neighborhood has, you know, hoodlums out there shooting up the windows and stuff. Like, you know, it's not a good neighborhood either.
I was kind of like drawing from that too, as to why she may have been like, they didn't really clarify why she was looking at all those different locations. It just made it look like how many restaurants failed their, you know, closed down their businesses.
That could be it too,
and because maybe she was trying to study like mistakes. But I seen one that said the restaurant was there for 17 years. You know. So anyway, what's your thoughts?
It could have just been that. I could have looked way too far into it, and it could have been a situation where she was looking at the different high like popularity of each restaurant, and then was going to go to those restaurants like she did, because she did go to those restaurants.
True.
And she just saw that, okay, these are all closed. Like, oh, well, all these really good ones are closed. Let's go to these other really good ones, and then found out, oh, those are open. So let me sample the food, take some notes, that kind of thing. So maybe that's what the situation is. So I think we covered all the bases in this. So we don't know. We'll check out I guess we'll find out in the next episode. And if you like what we're doing here, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get a notification every single time we drop a video. Turpitch is going to get this early, as well as the watch along. And we're going to jump to the next episode. You got any more thoughts?
None.
Cool. All right. Peace out.